love. Welcome to the show. I am always excited to have you here. Today, I am going to be discussing how to get out of an energetic rut. This topic is inspired by just like my recent kind of energy when I did an audit of myself and what was going on, because I've had this, I don't want to say a mental block, but this period of just like needing clarity, needing a sign from the universe, and feeling like because things are not happening on my timeline, it's draining my energy. And this is not the kind of draining where I've had you guys in the past do an exercise where you take a sheet of paper and on 2 columns write down things that are energetically aligned with you and contributing to this excitement and this high vibe energy, and then write on the other side the things that are not. So this is not necessarily that type of an energetic rut. This is when you feel like you don't know if you should keep going, you're a little exhausted, you have sort of exercised every option and nothing is sticking, nothing's clicking, it's just not connecting for you. So recently what happened for me is, since I launched Newell, there has been this part of me that feels like I'm shedding part of my identity as a creative agency. And it's not that I'm not still operating my creative agency and working with my clients. It's that I'm leaning more toward the wellness company as my foundation for my future, simply because I believe what I am teaching there helps a larger scale of people, both entrepreneurs and just everyday people in real life situations. So it feels truly aligned with me. But just because it feels aligned doesn't mean it's magically just going to evolve overnight. And because I have built a brand with a specific target market, I've had sort of this energetic rut around shifting my business and building something else. So again, I'm not leaving my other company, but it's just like I'm putting a lot of attention and energy to this new thing that isn't established yet. You know, we have a community and we have followers and we have engagement and listeners on the podcast and everything is going. But the big picture, the retreats that we're going to host, the facility that I want to build, like all these other things that are really going to help people aren't happening fast enough for me on my timeline. And because of that, I have been in an energetic rut. I just keep asking the universe for a sign. I keep praying that everything will just fall into place. So while I'm doing this, I have been working nonstop, trying to find a way through. And that is essentially what this whole entire episode is about. If you are sort of in that hyper masculine energy and you're trying to find the strategy and you're trying to keep going and you are in that hustle mentality and you just don't see a way through, but you keep pushing and you're almost pushing yourself out of alignment. So now you start to feel burned out. You don't feel energetically aligned. Then this episode is for you. I actually got out of it and I'm going to share how I did that. So this week specifically, I had hit a point in business where I was doing so many things for both of my businesses that I needed to take a step back to really get clear about what was in alignment with me, what felt good to me, what was going to keep my nervous system calm and regulated and feel peaceful. Because I am a firm believer that you can do anything in business that you are passionate about. It doesn't have to be the traditional lucrative business model. You can pursue anything. And with the right mindset and the right strategy and the right marketing, you can build anything and build sustainability. So I know that what I am building is going to be extremely lucrative, this new business. But right now, in the time that I have right now, I needed to take a step back so that I could regulate my nervous system. So the first thing that I want you to do if you are in this energetic rut is give yourself permission to take time off. I know we hear that all the time, but truly, when you think about it, so many people think more is going to happen if they keep grinding. They don't realize that the more in this case is burnout. More is not always more beneficial. And for me this week, that looked like I decided that I was going to enjoy the Los Angeles sunny weather before this like dreary, cold, rainy weather showed up. And I was going to go hiking with my friends, go to brunch, like go to church, like do all the things that make me feel good inside. And I started reading more books. I sat at the dog park with my dog. We walked, we did all kinds of things. I got out of my normal work routine and I really allowed my body space. I took that pause. And when I did that, I was able to think clearly because I stopped fixating on what I wanted to achieve and I let it come to me. I attracted that clarity. And again, I had been praying and, meditating on this for weeks about this direction that I wanted to take. Specifically, I was trying to focus on this or that, and I wasn't sure where to put my energy. So I felt this like pull, this resistance going back and forth, and I couldn't really figure out which direction to lean into because I was putting so much masculine force behind it that I wasn't allowing it to flow energetically, and that was creating an imbalance. I was totally not in harmony with my body. So the first thing I did, like I shared, is I took that pause and I kind of surrendered that it was just going to happen on its own timeline. So wherever you are, if you are really forcing something and you're just hoping that you'll see a sign or you'll get an answer or that it's just going to like happen organically, naturally, sometimes you do need that pause, that reset, that nervous system to be calm and in harmony because then you're able to really think. You can hear your thoughts. You can feel your soul. You know what feels good to you. And then when you have that, typically the clarity comes. But if it doesn't come, then other things that I have done in the past that have really helped me is I do an energy audit of my body. So I start to feel my body where I am in the day to day. So you can sit and do this with a guided meditation. You can do this through any somatic practices. I love to get on my yoga mat and stretch through emotions and really speak to my subconscious like my inner child. And I like to ask my body, first of all, I like to identify where I feel this discomfort because we all feel this discomfort. You know that feeling when you are asked to commit to a plan that you don't want and you just know it does not feel in alignment with you. And there's this like resistance. That's the discomfort when you're committing to something that doesn't feel like you. So for me, recently I've noticed that some of the content I've been sharing and some of the podcasts, the more I evolve, and I spoke about this on a earlier podcast, I don't want to keep talking about content marketing strategies and branding and selling because even though I feel strongly about that, there is a bigger part of me that feels it's really healing your nervous system. It's working through your limiting beliefs. It's reframing the positioning and restructuring your internal to be prosperous in your external. So for me, as I learned that that has been the secret to manifesting all of my dreams and my wealth, I want to teach more of that because that was the thing that I didn't have when I was at the top of my game in my business. And now I have been able to start a company that I'm so passionate about because it feels truly aligned with me. And that is what I'm sharing with you is that feeling when you know it's the right thing. I had a client recently who wanted to build a marketing company. And she hired me to do a full brand redesign. And I was a brand strategist for her. So we worked through her entire business plan and I helped her, from like A to Z. At the very start of us working together, I could tell she was apprehensive about this marketing company. It was essentially a marketing agency doing very similar things that I do with my creative agency on the marketing side. And so I felt that she was apprehensive. There was this resistance. Like, she knew what she wanted was to be in the beauty industry, but she was trying to convince herself that she was going to pursue the marketing industry because in her mind, her belief system told her that there was more money to be made in that system. So every single day that we worked together, there was this tension and there was constant pushback because she kept talking herself into something that she did not want. And every single day she would ask me, do you think I should just pursue beauty instead? Should I pursue the beauty industry? It kept coming up. And I asked her, because we had did this energy audit when we first met. And I had told her then I did not think the marketing agency felt aligned with her. But I had asked her, this was like 4 or 5 days of working together. I said, do you think that this is going to meet you energetically every single day? It's going to fulfill your life and give you purpose and help you reach your target audience through that core mission and your values. And she took so long to answer that immediately that was a no. That is an energetic rut. Despite what we have been taught, despite our conditioning, despite any limiting beliefs that you have, just because something may be a profitable industry or somebody else might be profiting in that industry doesn't mean that it is the right industry for you. And you have to get clear and listen to those nudges inside that are trying to keep you safe. Some of those nudges are trying to keep you safe because we are in this subconscious programming to stay alive, not to thrive. It's trying to protect us. It's constantly scanning the environment to protect us, to make sure that we're safe. I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about that intuition where you know that feeling like I should not go out on this date. I should not take this position. I should not let my kid do that thing. I should not do this, that, or the other. Whatever the situation is, you get these intuitional pings all the time. And those things are trying to protect your energy. They're trying to protect your nervous system. Because when you act in alignment with your nervous system, everything flows. It's easy. It's effortless. It feels calm. So if you have not taken the pause yet and given yourself a little time to adjust, whether that's meditating, whether that's going on a vacation, taking a day off, going for a hike, being in nature, doing things that allow you to calm your mind, start there. But if you've done that and you still have no clarity and you still don't have energy, then I want you to really go inward and listen to your body. Speak to your body. Ask your body questions. Get clear about why you don't have energy. Are you in an energetic rut because you do not love, you are not passionate about this thing that you're trying to pursue? Are you in an energetic rut because the money isn't coming in? Because money is energy. Are you in an energetic rut because you are not happy? You don't have joy in the day-to-day right now. Really get clear about these things, because to get to the next step, to rewire these limiting beliefs, to really reprogram your subconscious to operate at that highest energy, you have to have clarity in why you feel the way you feel. So for me, we'll go back to me and also my client, because we had the same exact situation. We both felt our energetic ruts because we were scared that this new thing that we were pursuing wasn't going to be successful because it was our passion. That is silly. I built an entire business model that made me a lot of money off of something I was passionate about, that I loved. And I'm still doing that. I just want to evolve it, expand it. And that happens to be in a more niche segment. It happens to be in the wellness industry and in the business wellness industry. And for her, it happens to be in the beauty industry instead of the marketing industry. It doesn't mean she can't do marketing, but it means maybe she needs to lean into marketing in the beauty industry. See how you're able to figure out how things work when you start to assess what's going on. So in our mind, we had this limiting belief that told us we didn't know if we could be successful doing our passion because as young children, We were taught that we should take these safe careers, that we should work for somebody, that we should get a 9 to 5 doing a lucrative job that's going to guarantee us stability, security, financial freedom. But that's what we are not in alignment with. We don't actually consciously believe that. That is our subconscious telling us that because it wants to keep us safe. But we both want to take a risk. We both want to lean into our passion. We both have a purpose that is greater than anything that has to do with us and the safety of our subconscious. So what she and I have both been doing, and she had her breakthrough as well, is rewiring those thoughts. So we have been speaking affirmations aloud, telling our subconscious that everything is going to work out, that you can be successful by pursuing your passion, that money flows effortlessly, that people and clients are attracted in abundance, that we are healing people, we are changing people's lives, that we are transforming the scope of the people that we want to work with. We are reframing our limiting beliefs, and we are saying these affirmations daily, and we believe them. We are holding on to the emotion of that belief. And that emotion, that feeling, experiencing that. So for her, I can't speak to her. But for me, I can speak to me and how I feel when I experience these emotions. I can see myself hosting these beautiful retreats and doing yoga and working through mindset reprogramming and helping people build aligned, soul-purposed, soul-led, heart-centered businesses that build generational wealth. I can picture a group of women together embracing this community, being friends, like just being so happy together. That emotion, that elevates this energetic rut. That brings me back to this high vibrational energy, and it keeps me flowing and it keeps me aligned with my purpose, the thing that brings me passion and the thing that gets me out of bed to show up every day. And it brings clarity full circle to where I want to be. But when you lose sight of those emotions, when you forget that feeling that you want to experience, when you forget your mission, when you forget why you showed up, you start to doubt yourself. You start to succumb to those limiting beliefs. You start to live in that low vibe energy, and you start to believe that you're not worthy of doing this thing, that you're never going to have this energy and this abundance. And I promise you that you will. Starting over, starting again, starting for the first time, wherever you are in your journey, or if this is your personal life, maybe you don't have a business at all and you just want to raise your energy every day. All you need to do is movement. Just get out, dance, sing, hike, move, do yoga, work out. Energy comes from all different sources. It comes from eating healthy. It comes from thinking healthy. It comes from working out. It comes from meditating and letting your body close off all that external noise and go inward. It comes from love, from loving yourself and sharing love with all of those around you. So if you're in an energetic rut, I challenge you to really look inward and see what feels misaligned, because that is where the energy is probably stagnant. That's where you're holding some stored emotions that need to be released. And once you can get clear on that, and you can take that pause, regulate your nervous system, you can really identify these limiting beliefs and challenge them and rewrite them with positive affirmations that you speak every day and you experience the emotions of, then your vibration is going to elevate, and it feels so good. But also, another great, very holistic, organic way to raise your energy is be surrounded with people that help you feel your best, that radiate the best in you, that bring you joy. That might not even be a person. That might just be nature. I get that same vibe from nature. I get that from my dog. I get that from pep talks with friends. I love the energy when we're motivating each other. I love being in communities and groups of people doing like-minded things. Really fill up the time that feels negative, like when that energy is stagnant, with things that are gonna help you vibrate. So today, I want you to know that it is absolutely possible to get out of any energetic rut, to find clarity, to align with your soul's purpose. All of it is within you. It is all within you, but you have to pull it out. You have to get very true to yourself. You have to challenge those beliefs, understand where they're coming from, and rewrite your programming so that you, the creator of this beautiful story you are living, can elevate yourself. I hope this resonated with you and that you are able to pull out of this energetic rut that I know I personally experienced. But now that I'm on the other side of it, I just want to send you so much love, light, blessings, and really high vibe energy because everything is possible for you. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one.